Broderick Butler and Shirley Crew. All right.
Thank you. My name is Broderick Butler. I'm a resident of Northeast Harris County. I've appeared before you before. The reason I appear before you today, Judge, and the rest of the Commissioner's Court, is to talk about bayous. 2 years ago, Hurricane Harvey came through. I received phone calls to help people in my area. I have been very fortunate and blessed. My home did not flood. The water rose to probably my curb. Other than that, I could not get out of my community because it flooded to go help other people. So individuals came through, we texted, we called, help came, people were saved. But I still feel bad that I couldn't get out of my house on a bicycle, in a car, to go try to help other individuals immediately after the storm. But that's not the story here. The story is here 2 years later as I walk through my community, ride through my community like Senator Ellis does on his bicycle. I started to look at the bayous in my community, and they actually are 30 years old, and they are crumbling, and they are in disarray and disrepair. So moving forward, I understand you guys are going for low-hanging fruit in regards to flood mitigation, but some of that would be helpful to go back and look at things that are not working anymore, that have decayed, that no longer push the water out of a bayou that you're looking at pictures of, that I went and took pictures from the start of the bayou at one end of my community to where it empties into the larger bayou that is beautiful, concrete lined, and relatively new. But if the water from behind my house cannot flow to get to be dumped in that area, it builds up and it floods around my house, and it stops me from getting out to help people when other people are flooding. Those bayous are in such disarray, they have crumbled into the V that makes the bayou. Vegetation has grown over 30 years. So going forward, I don't care about the funding source. This body is charged in dealing with flood mitigation, open channels, pushing water, especially during times of crisis like floods. So what I'm here today is to talk to you about bayous, old bayous. Bayous that no longer look like bayous. There is a picture of a bayou in a subdivision in front of us. Beautiful, pristine, concrete lined, well-shaped, well-formed. I don't live in that community. But the people that do will be very happy when the next flood waters come through. As you see, those bayous operate exactly as they should. The water is in the center. There is no vegetation. Only thing would happen if a kid slid down there, but they could get him. Mine are overgrown, blocked, as tall as anybody in this room, and if water came today, it wouldn't have any place to go.
So
Thank you, Mr. Butler.
Matt Zeeb is not here today, but thank you for coming. I think it is very important that there's equity in how we spend the money on these bayous. But is Matt here?
I think he's...
Matt's not here, but I think Mark is stuck in the back.
Yeah.
Or Matt was here. Russ is not here.
No, Matt had to leave. But Marcus is here.
Oh, Marcus.
So he'll visit with you since you're here.
Who's the head of engineering? Now, sir, Commissioner Rack leaned over and asked me about your pen, and I'm trying to spot it out there. What is your pen?
Texas battle flag. I've worked for that gentleman sitting over there in the Texas legislature and other legislators for the last 20 years. The story is very simple. The Museum of Fine Arts had an exhibit on historical flags. Nobody came. I like flags, I like art. I go to the Museum of Fine Arts, I see a box of pens. What's in the box? Oh, some pens we have for this exhibit nobody came to. What is it? The Texas battle flag. Probably looks good on a Navy suit. I bought the whole box for him. And I wear them in the legislature, so I feel like I go to battle every day.
I need one.
You're more than welcome.
If you have a box, I'll pay you $1 for one. Well, thank you so much for coming and for talking about Halls Bayou. Part of our bond, and I'm going to commend Commissioner Ellis for this, is we set aside $900 million that we weren't going to worry about return on investment. And part of Halls Bayou, and Mr. Stuckett here, he's a smart guy. He's actually read some intelligent type stuff too. He'll work with you on that, but we should be able to do things because in part because of the leadership that you've got at this table. We made sure that we didn't make everybody have to make sure that there was that return on investment with the feds, $900 million set aside in Halls Bayou. I think we're ready to rock and roll on it. Thank you for your...
So he'll visit with you, and it is why it's so important that we have equity as a part of what we do. So that green in Halls Bayou don't end up being late, because the federal money has a cost-benefit ratio attached to it, which means you do the wealthier neighborhoods first, because their money is tied to the wealthier areas. They're protected first.
But not us. $900 million set aside.
With equity in the guidelines. You got me?
Thank you for coming
Thank you.
by, and Marcus will answer your questions.
She was
Thank
one
you
of
for
my
your
interns way back. Can't remember how far, but he
I
was
met
an
another
intern.
one at the Greenpoint Management District today, and we had a little kumbaya moment. They're doing wonderful things in Greenspoint.
Good. Well, he'll visit with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all for the speakers. If Miss Shirley Crew is not here.